Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have the brand new Miniverse, Make It Mini. This is Hello Kitty and Friends. So we have Kuromi, I think that's my Melody. I'm not familiar with all of the characters, but this is my daughter's favorite. So I hope I get some of those items, but let's open this and see what I got. So the container's pretty similar to last time, except it does say Hello Kitty and Friends and it has them on there. So that's cute, and I'm sure this doubles to make a display case like last time. Oh, and the tables. I guess there's different tables for the characters. That's really cool. And here's what the bow looks like. Last time it was red, I think. And then this will go in there to make a little table. We have some Choco Crumble. Oh, that's adorable. The plate. And a milkshake, it looks like, is what we might be making. Let's see, there are 12 to collect. Let's take a peek real quick. So there's some food items and then non-food items. So it's kind of like lifestyle meets cafe. We have some mini pizzas, a terrarium. I said terrarium. Terrarium? That sounds weird. It's one of those. Custard. So it is a little shake we're making. We have a cookie jar. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. A frog bowl and a matcha latte. So that's on one side. And then on the back we have candles. That's fun. Some cupcakes, a cloud cream soda, a birthday cake, ice cream cones, even though they look like cups, and a flower planter. That's very cute. So let's see what else is in here. We have a table mat. That goes into the capsule. I'll have to assemble that so you can see what it looks like. That is for the table. Should go that way. I like those tables. The other paper instructions, sometimes there's additional information in there that you need. We have a cool little spoon that has that character's face. I don't remember what that character's name is. Those are the feet that go on here. And the last bag has all the goodies. We have our cookie pieces. That's cute. Little custards, oh, with the face already on them. That's cool. And some whipped cream. So let's clean up and start to assemble this one. Actually, no, we forgot this bag. I was just thinking as I went to go turn the camera off, like, where's our resin? It's right here. Caramel syrup. It's actually been a hot minute since we've done resin because we had the dinosaur, which doesn't have resin, and then the sneaker series didn't have resin either. So this will be fun. I'll have to go get my UV light. So the paper instructions have, it shows you how to put these together. It's pretty self-explanatory. These are little stands that clip into the bottom. Just like that. To help keep it up when you have it displayed. And then this goes on the top. Right here, I think. I like how I didn't even really look at the instructions. I'm like, it's fine. Meanwhile, I'm probably doing it wrong. Now, see it clipped. How cute is that? And then you can, where's my table? Put the table in here, it fits. So it's like a whole thing, but I normally don't use this part. And then this slides in here. It's super cute. I just don't display mine this way. And then this part goes in here, and that's the part I really don't like. Just kind of makes, what you call it. You kind of have to bend it. Honestly, I could do without that part, but you get the idea. That's what it's supposed to look like. But I'm going to take this out so that we can build on it. And the instructions have it going in 3 steps. So there's some fruit you could put at the bottom. Is that fruit? That's not fruit. Why does it look like bananas? Oh, maybe there is bananas in with the whipped cream. Interesting. So some chocolate crumbles, banana, resin, cure it. and it looks like it should be halfway up the glass. Then the next step is to add more of those things, another thin layer of resin and the cookie straws, then cure it. But then you also have to be careful that there's enough room to put the custard in there, which I find to be difficult, and sometimes it doesn't always sit good. So we will definitely test that when we get there. Does it actually have the names over here? Let's see what this guy's name is. Pompompurin? I'm not sure. But let's open this and see. Okay, yeah, so we do have banana pieces. They're different sizes. Yeah, looks like some are bigger than others. Not sure if that matters. And then we have whipped cream. Does it even show whipped cream on here? Okay, there's one whipped cream that goes on top of this. So let's open. Oh, so we will have extras because they only gave us one milkshake, didn't they? This, I wonder if it's supposed to be flan. I think it's flan. That's what it looks like, that little custard dessert, and it is kind of rubbery. So that's good. That might make it easier when we have to set that in there. That's cute. All right, so we have that, we have that. We need to open these and take 2 of these out. Some of these are going to be interesting. I think some of them look super easy and other ones are like, oof, I don't know about that. This one I feel like is only complicated because you kind of have to look over the instructions before you dive in, or else you could cure these in the middle and then ruin it, and you can't put the little flan thing on there. So let me open this. I would just like to say for the record that I'm very nervous for this, because anytime I've had to layer stuff in the past, the resin drips down and it's like not cute, and you can't see through it all nicely like it shows. So I am scared, but I think I'm maybe gonna lay this big one flat across like that, so that the resin isn't going to bleed through and get up aside the glass and block the crumbles. Does that make sense? But yet I think you'll still be able to see said banana. I guess I can put some up like that, but I think that might make the layers too thick, because we do have to do a couple layers. So if I put resin there, no, that third one is kind of pointless, I think. But that second one might be okay. And then resin. Trying to think if there's a better way to do this. Maybe I'll just put one. Because if I put resin, it's just going to completely cover that. I think either way, you're not going to be able to see that banana. And I do have the nozzle on, so I could try to just put it on there. Oh, experimental. Okay, I think I'm just going to put like a little bit and then run it under the UV lamp. So let's put, oh, first of all, that's not going how I wanted it. No! Oh, Lord. Also thought it was going to be like dark. I'm going to cure this real quick and I'll be back. Okay, so it's like clear. It looks like honey. So that's awesome. It's not dark brown and it's not going to distort the glass, but there's none really over here. So I'm going to add some more and then put some on top. That way we have a nice little base. I might let that run for a minute before I cure it. It's definitely not halfway either, so I'm not really sure if I want to add more bananas to it though. I guess I could. I'm very indecisive, and I talk out loud during these videos, and sometimes I come to conclusions because I'm talking it out loud, and it makes it easier. I wish I could do this live so you guys can vote. Let's do another banana, I guess. Let's pick a big one like that. And I'm just gonna drop it down there and then, oh, that was perfect. I also have my toothpick so I can kinda, oh yeah, I forgot. That's gonna make bubbles because I pushed it down and now there's air in there. So make sure you pop those. You could also let it set out on the counter for a bit. That kind of helps too. Because I see a bubble right there. I'm gonna let that rise up. I'm going to cure it and then we'll do that next layer. There's a tiny air bubble, but I think it's fine. Very impressed that they did that honey color. I think that's awesome. So now, probably have to add like a decent layer of the chocolate since we have to build it up a bit. Yeah, because that's way too low. So I think we need to do a little bit more of this. And maybe another 2 bananas. Okay, let's put a couple of these down. Should we go for the big pieces again? Oh, I guess it'll be harder because it's wider now, so we can add a few. Maybe like that. And then they don't have theirs sticking up all too high. I guess you could set it on one of the bananas to give it height, is what I'll probably do. But let's see if I want more bananas. I think it looks pretty good like that. Let me take this and see. So if we cure that, yeah, there's not too much room in there, so they have to be pretty upright. And they have it where it's, actually no, I guess I could add a bunch of resin because you want to see the face on there, and they have theirs sticking up pretty much entirely out of the glass. So maybe I should add more bananas. Okay, I did 4 slices. It's gonna be hard to show you the side of it without it dumping over. So let's add some resin all around and a pretty decent amount. And I'll go ahead and cure it, but I will add these in kind of like a V shape, but standing up real nice and tall like that. Okay, I think this looks way better than I was ever expecting so far. And upon closer inspection, this is why you gotta look at the instructions over and over and over again. I thought we were done and we were doing this next. But if you notice right here, it has a thin line, and then below it is chocolate stuff, and it shows a banana over here, but not the crumble. But it looks like they only added the crumble. Very confusing, lots of things going on here. You could do whatever you want, obviously. I just always try to like mock what they have going. So let's do another thin layer. It doesn't have to be real thick, as I just dumped a bunch on there. And let's see, I don't think I will add banana because this kind of has the same color. And as long as we build this up, see, he's already above. I think I might add just a little bit more. And then we will add resin. Kind of place it there before you do anything too crazy. Also, I forgot, they added theirs in there. I don't know that I necessarily wanted to do that, so it's okay that I left it out, but don't forget the spoon if you want the spoon in there. You have to add that pretty early on. I think this is cute, or do I want it going this way? I might put it that way because I think well, just whatever side looks better. I kind of like this side better. So let's do that. I'm the literal worst. I can't decide if I want to put this on and then add the little flan thing and then cure it, or if I want to add a solid layer of this and then cure it and then add more and then add the flan piece so it sticks up higher. Oh, I don't know if I'm the only one that does this, but I annoy myself. So I'm gonna put a decent amount there. And I might go in with my toothpick and just kind of scooch it around. Gotta be careful though, because you'll dig up the chocolate pieces. And it's really hard to do with the camera in between my face. So I'll probably cure this, and then I think I'll do a tiny layer to stick this to it. And then I'll do a little bit on top so that we can add the whipped cream piece as well. So the second I put this under the light, immediately this big air bubble formed. I immediately pulled it off, tried popping it, was already set. So I don't know if this is like newer type of resin, but it's set like within 2 seconds. So be mindful of that. I just need a little bit. Oh, there we go. Gonna add a small amount, probably just to the center, like that. Then we're going to take our flan, kind of smush it around, make sure that's nice and even on there. I think that's very cute. Then we need just a tiny bit. Honestly, there's not much in here left at all. You could put more if you want it to kind of drip down the side, but maybe not too much, because then it'll come down over his face, but that may not be too important since it's more like clear. Okay, so 10 more minutes under the light and I'll show you a very good close-up of this. I think this turned out so cute. I love that you can see all the layers. It's perfect. And since you can see through it, everything's cured really well. Loving this series so far. I have 4 more, hopefully no duplicates. I plan to probably collect the whole series, but I just wanted to grab a few and film those before the cheat codes come out, because I'm sure there'll be cheat codes to tell you which one is in there. That way I don't have to waste my money and get a bunch of duplicates, because sometimes I have a hard time selling those on eBay. So yeah. This is the final product. I give this like, I think a 9 out of 10. I really like this. There's a bunch of really good ones in this series, so I can't wait to see what's next. Make sure you subscribe and stay tuned if you want to see which one I find. Bye guys.